doing the same thing that we've always done, which is sending those mass emails and trying to get people to show up to the booth. It's just not going to cut it anymore.
SaaS ABM expert, Corinna Owens. Welcome to The Breakdown.
Thank you. I'm so excited about this because I feel like we always talk about how to surround an account from a digital perspective, but we never talk about how to surround the account from a physical perspective.
You are an agency, Intridia. You want to build a partnership with Ogilvy. You recognize they have all the clients you wish you had, but you probably can't get. You're not already in procurement. So Intridia does this campaign right outside of Ogilvy's offices. Tagline, Ogle this. This is inspiring. I don't think I've ever seen a SaaS company do this. And I wanted to hear your perspective, Corinna, around if you think a SaaS brand, instead of amplifying their message to all the conference attendees, zero in on a target account and say, we're going to do something different.
Doing the same thing that we've always done, which is sending those mass emails and trying to get people to show up to the booth, it's just not going to cut it anymore. So if you know that your audience is going to be physically at a location, this is the opportunity to do something a little bit different. I mean, I've seen people be as direct as on the way to the conference, they know the path people will take and they'll actually write chalkboard on the cement. That's inspiring, right? It's not a hard ROI. How many clicks are we getting? How much visibility are we getting online? But you already know where your audience is. Why not be direct and bold with your outreach?
Instead of using this valuable budget to speak just to Ogilvy, should we speak to all agencies? I personally would argue that there's other people that are inspired by this. Do you think I could still get other SaaS brands to want to work with me? Or am I like alienating the whole conference?
No, that's the whole idea behind psychology, right? It's the fear of missing out. I want to be a part of that. I want to have that partnership. I want our brand to be elevated that way. So I think you're actually making it a much more exciting experience because you're showing them, hey, this is what we would do for you if you did take a bite and showed interest in working with us, as an example. I think it's better to be singularly focused than trying to be everything for everybody.
I had the opportunity to interview the director of Out of Home for Brex, and he said something where he said physical had a different effect than digital when their message was on that medium. What's your POV on that?
It's because it's something that you can't just refresh and erase, right? Like a browser, right? It's something that is standing there and living forever. That's why you see everybody when they get their name in Times Square on those digital billboards, they take a photo because it's something that you just can't re-replicate, right? Like it's not something you can then just retarget. So it's a moment in time that you're capturing that you can really never get back again. So that physical footprint far outweighs the digital footprint from that perspective alone.
Well, do you have any final takeaways for a SaaS brand who's watching this right now who wants to do something different?
Everybody is going to be doing that same old tried and true playbook, and it just doesn't work anymore. Once something gets copied to a certain extent, you're just not going to get the same results. So just be bold and do something different. And if you have to, pull from an experimental budget just to not have the constraints of the CEO and the board on you, but be different and be bold because the time is already against you.
Well, thank you so much for joining the show, Corinna.
Thanks, Garrett.